So in this game, I'm gonna explain a little bit about our way of playing with the IO carry. So this game is a TI group stage game. We played against NIP. So we have this IO troll lineup, very greedy, and the way we approach the game is very defensive, and in a way we're just playing for this one timing that the IO has. It's level 15 and his Aghanim's timing. So before that we're kind of playing on the defense and in a way playing from behind. I myself am trying to make my own pressure happen at all times, which gives the IO the freedom to farm the map as much as he can. So right now, yeah, this is good. We're getting TP rotations and they're not getting anything out of it. So as a team, when you're playing from behind, you need to make your own pressure happen, and the best way to do that is pushing these waves in and trying to force out them to TP and defend their towers while you go for that. Yeah, as you can see, my approach to this game is very aggressive. Like, playing from behind doesn't mean you should be passive. It might even mean you need to be more aggressive, take more risks, and force more rotations from the enemies. You want to be as aggressive as you can to not let them go on our other heroes and just make your own pressure happen while they are farming. The only thing I'm doing is creating my pressure, forcing TPs from them, giving space to my IO so he can keep farming. This game is very slow for us and we're okay with it. We're taking a slower approach. We're only trying to get the IO Aghanims going. So our game plan is just to get to that point and then we will punish them with the IO Axe, because it's like the stupidest timing in the whole game. So once you get there, it's very hard for them to fight back. Here, for example, instead of trying to defend the tower, we choose to let it go. We choose to farm these waves. I'm gonna farm here, I guess. Yeah, I'm just trying to farm as aggressive as I can while they are pushing our towers and get the most out of the map while you can. So you can see the map for us, it's quite dark. The only thing we're seeing is a couple of guys bottom and one guy top. So usually this is what happens when you fall behind in the game, is that the vision you have is very defensive and you don't really see much. You only see like one hero at a time, so pushing these waves can be very risky. But in the end, someone has to do it anyway, no matter how risky it is. It just has to happen. Ideally, it's some hero that doesn't mind dying, or some hero that they need a lot of heroes to kill him, or something like that. For example, here we're pushing the bottom way in, even though we know that they can be there, but it just has to happen. So we do it, and we end up only losing one guy for it, and this is great for us. We see all of them here. It gives us a lot of freedom to farm this, push the mid wave in, and just keep farming. So you can see our approach to the game is very different already. We take this area from them, we push a tower, we are willing to take a fight on them now. Before this, we were just showing on all lanes and pushing them in as deep as we can, and just taking risks. But now it's more about running as a team and looking for the fight. It's just very important to take risks, push waves in, try to get most out of the map, and sacrifice the heroes that are not worth as much as like the IO. Like, you can sacrifice the supports for giving vision and getting information on the map so the cores can farm. Now we have our items, we have the IO Aghanims, I have my Diffusal. They're 7k ahead of us, but we take the fight on them. We feel strong about our heroes, and because we do, doesn't matter if we're 7k behind, we just end up just destroying this fight. And now we're just back in the game. And straight up looking at the next objectives, going for Roshan. But now, like, we're looking for our next item timings. I just hit 15 and I'm about to hit my BKB. So once we get there, probably the game is very simple for us, even though we're 8k behind. So now that we have finally hit our timings, item timings and level timings, we have the IO 15, we have Troll with the BKB Diffusal. We are feeling very strong about ourselves, and we really actively looking to take the fight. So we're positioning ourselves in a way that the Shaker and the Shadow Demon are in the back, and we're ready to fight them. We're basically looking for the fight. And they surprise us from the back, but because of our positioning with the supports and the Shaker, this is, ends up being just ideal fight for us. Even though we've kind of fought on their terms, because of the way our heroes work, the timings we just hit with the huge items, we end up just overpowering in this fight. Like, there's very little they can do against us. So now that we get a one good fight going, we just start playing super aggressive on them, start hitting the towers, look for kills. We see this on this board, we place an aggressive ward on them straight away, and then just IO doing insane amount of damage. And suddenly we have a hard on IO already. Like, now the game feels very easy for us. We're getting the Roche, we have very strong IO, and Troll is very enabled. So now it's just all about playing as a team. Now we don't want to take any more risks. We want to play as a unit. We want to push the lead we got from all this fighting.